Right, hello guys. So today we're going to do a little bit of more Qigong. For those of you that joined in the last session, we did some breathing techniques, which when you combine together we call embryonic breathing, which basically teaches us to breathe naturally and go back to the phase where we're breathing like a baby back in the womb. So now today what I'd like to deal with is just some basic spinal exercises which you can do at home, seated, standing, even cross-legged. The exercises can be modified obviously to how you choose to do these exercises. And we'll just keep it really short and sweet and practical. Obviously each spinal exercise, the longer you do it for, the more beneficial it can become. So we won't do each one for too long, but just enough to maybe give you a really good idea of the exercise itself, and then the ball's in your court to be able to practice and just to activate and get your chi flow. Okay, so let's open up the practice just by taking a few deep breaths. Breathing into the belly and then filling the chest and then breathing out. A little bit of wave breathing, breathing in, fill the belly. And breathing out. Let the in and out breath be like a wave breaking onto the ocean of the beach. As you breathe in, the wave floods onto the beach. And as you breathe out, it flows back into the ocean. Breathing in. Let your body fill up with chi. And as you breathe out, let the chi flow from the crown of the head down to the toes. As you breathe in, let the chi rise up from the toes up. Don't forget to smile. As you breathe in, let your smile grow bigger, bigger, bigger. As you breathe out, let your smile wane. Waxing and waning smiles while you're doing this breathing. Rhythm is very, very important. As you breathe rhythmically, you allow the brain and the heart field to synchronize. Okay, and our first exercise we're going to call flexing the spine or the vine. Think of your spine like a vine. When the spine is green and young and supple, when the wind blows, it flexes in the wind and there's no issues, and your sense of resilience is a lot higher as far as just being able to deal with the elements of your environment. And the same with the body. The less chi that flows through the vine of the spine, the less resilient you become. So to keep the spine young, green, flexible, and have a strong flow of chi, or if you can think of chi in terms of sap, you become a very healthy plant or planting. So the first exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to visualize that we're breathing with the spine. As we breathe in, we're going to turn up our smile. As we breathe out, we're going to relax our smile. At the same time, we're going to imagine that the spine, like our lungs, is capable of breathing in chi. And as you breathe out, radiating chi out back into the universe. And so we're going to breathe out, bringing the elbows together and just really collapsing down into the navel. Take a moment just to really stretch the spine and the tendons and the back muscles. Can rock a little bit as well. And then as we breathe in, we're going to open up. Let your smile grow bigger, bigger, bigger. We're going to bring the elbows to shoulder height, and we're going to really bring the shoulder blades together behind the back, and we're going to push the coccyx or the bum backwards, really arching the spine. Nice stretch as we hold the breath, and then as we breathe out, we're going to come down, bringing the chi down into the navel, condensing it in the lower dantian. Open up, breathing in. Let your smile grow. Feel like you're a big flower opening up to the sunshine. Breathing in the sunlight, breathing in the chi of the universe. Nice stretch like you're waking up in the morning. If you want, you can just gently rock the spine and then breathing out. Breathing in, we open up like a flower to the sunshine. Maybe you can visualize you're in springtime. And breathing out. Condensing the chi deep into the spine and the spinal cord, and then bringing the chi finally down into the lower dantian, which resides in the belly. Breathing in, we open up. You can also visualize a balloon expanding, filling up with air and chi and life force, vitality. And breathing out. The breathing is soft. You should hardly be able to hear the breath as you breathe in. A lot of people in the beginning tend to try and force the breath. And that's not necessarily a good thing. You want to keep the breath relaxed and calm and soft. Breathing in. Let your smile grow bigger, bigger, bigger. Feel that you're absorbing the chi of the universe into the spine, filling it like a balloon. And breathing out. We're going to do one more breath after this. And opening up, breathing in. Smile to the spine. Feel every vertebra. Use your childlike imagination. I like to sometimes visualize the vertebra with eyes, a nose and a mouth, and as I smile, I feel them smiling back to me. And then as we breathe out, collapsing in, becoming like a seed buried in the earth. We're going to just gently roll up, smiling up the length of the spine. Smile all the way up, vertebra by vertebra, all the way to the spine as it reaches the head and the brain. Then we're going to take a deep breath out. We're going to reach forward with the chin, tracing a big circle. We're going to tuck it into the navel. We're going to roll it in, and as we breathe in, we're going to smile into the coccyx, through the spine and the lower back, through the spine past the solar plex and the heart, through the spine and the neck. And then breathe out, relaxing, releasing any excess chi, any stress and tension. We're going to roll back in. Breathing in, we're going to smile up the length of the spine. Breathing out. Breathing in, lightly contract the anus muscles, pulling or activating the chi to rise up through the spine. Let your smile grow bigger, 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 very much like a fern branch unfolding as it grows and matures. Breathing out. Breathing in, smiling up the length of the spine, lightly contracting the pelvic floor muscles. Feeling every step of the way, always creating body awareness. The language of the body is feeling. So we want to feel as we open up the chi channel in the spine. Breathing in. The spine's like a hollow tube or like the branch of a tree as you feel that sap saturating every part. Breathing in. Let the chi rise up through the spine as you unfold. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathing out. Breathing out. As we roll up, breathing in. And last one, breathing out. And breathing in, following the chi up. Let's just take a moment to reflect on the last 2 exercises. Firstly, I want us to just sit And as you breathe in, I want you to feel like those long balloons. As you breathe in, feel the spine expanding. And then as you breathe out, feel it contracting. And let's just do a couple of breaths like that. Breathing in. Feel that you're drawing chi into the spine. Feel the chi swelling up like a balloon or like a sponge, absorbing the chi. Let your smile grow bigger, bigger, bigger. As you breathe out, feel that the spine is condensing back into itself, as if you're condensing the chi, condensing the light into the very core, into the bone marrow, into the spinal cord. As you breathe in, feel the chi field of the spine expanding. Let your smile grow bigger, 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 charging it with happy chi. Feel free to rock the body as well, gently. As you breathe out, condensing the chi, lightly contract the anus or the pelvic floor muscles, your PC muscles. Lightly contract the muscles around the spine, very lightly, like 2%. And then lengthen the spine on the out breath. Then as you breathe in, relax the spine, breathe in. Drawing chi into the spine. As you breathe out, condensing the chi, gently stretching the spine. With practice, you can actually begin to control the micro muscles around, just literally directly around the spine. As you breathe in, you relax those. And breathing out. Now we're going to, as we breathe in, we're going to allow the chi to rise like steam through a tube. As you breathe in, feel the chi rising up and smile through the length of the spine without any movement. Steaming out any impurities. As you breathe out, relax, drop your mind back down to the tailbone. Breathe all the air out in a very relaxed, comfortable manner. As you breathe in, feel the spine opening up like a tube or a straw, and draw or feel the chi rising up like steam or mist off a lake. All the way through the length of the spine, carrying your smile through every step of the spine. Breathe out, dropping your mind simply down to the tailbone again. Breathing in, smiling up the length of the spine. And one more breath like that. Breathe out, dropping your mind down to the lower dantian, into the tailbone. And then as you breathe in, lightly contract the anus muscles, pull it towards the coccyx or the tailbone. And then as you breathe in, lead the chi with your smile, with your awareness, with your focus and concentration up through the length of the spine in a very relaxed, gentle manner. The next exercise is going to be very similar. We're going to form a tortoise shell with the back, and we're going to pretend to look at our tail. So as we breathe out, we're going to roll down, rolling the back, but I'm going to grab my thighs on the right hand side or left. I'm going to twist to the side, keeping the spine straight but curved. We don't want to cock the necks. We want to keep the neck straight so that the whole spine, even though it's curved, is straight, not bent. To help facilitate the chi, and we're going to twist to the side just gently, a nice little stretch, and then as we breathe in, we're going to roll up, slowly coming forward, leading the chi and smiling up the length of the spine. Then when we breathe out, we're going to lean the chin forward. We're going to again make a tortoise shell with the back, and we're going to stretch to the other side, keeping the spine straight. Don't bend the neck. When you feel that you've got a good stretch in there, as you breathe in, slowly unfold, coming forward, leading the chi up, smiling out into the universe. Breathing out. We're going to flex to the other side. Rolling up, breathing in. Lightly contract the anus towards the tailbone. Lead the chi by smiling up through the length of the spine. Breathing out. Tortoise, looking at its tail. Sometimes reminds me of the story of the tortoise and the hare. And at this point the tortoise is winning the race and looking back to see where the hare is. Every part of this movement is very mindful and deliberate. The more conscious and present we are, the more we bring our chi into this present moment. And where you direct the mind is where your chi flows. Breathing out, forming a tortoise shell at the back, twisting. Get a nice stretch. Lengthen the spine by pushing the crown away from the body to open up the vertebra, and then breathing in. Relaxed, very relaxed. Breathing out. Breathing in. Let your smile grow bigger, bigger, bigger. Breathe out to the universe. Let the universe smile back to you. Breathing out. Last one. And then rolling forwards and up. Yeah, just relax and observe. See if you can feel something rising up through the spine. Just through simple observance. As you breathe in, feel the spine opening up, creating space, and the chi being drawn up into and up through the spine as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, feel the chi radiating out, shimmering out into the universe. Let that smile in your chi shimmer out into your nervous system and into the vital organs. As you breathe in, let more chi rise up through the spine from the earth. As you breathe out, feel the chi spreading through the body and finally radiating out through the cells in the body out into the room that you're sitting in, blessing it with your chi and your presence. As you breathe in, draw the chi into the spine. As you breathe out, let it gently radiate out, nourishing the entire body, the bones, the cells, the blood. Finally blessing the room with your presence. And breathing out. Really send your chi out. Smile. To Cape Town, send an intention of healing to the planets, to the cosmos, the Milky Way, and to the edges of the universe. Take a deep breath in, drawing chi up through the spine. As you breathe out, let the chi radiate first, nourishing the body. We love ourselves first in order to love the universe and others. Check in with the spine, moving your awareness to different places in the spine, looking for where the chi is rich and moving freely. See if there's any blockages or any places that you struggle to connect to in the spine, that's generally where you need to pay more attention and bring more chi to that area until the chi is flowing, until the whole spine, you can run the mind very smoothly through the whole length of the spine, and you feel very connected to each part of that. Okay, so the next exercise is also really lovely. What we're going to do is we're going to start creating almost like a whirlwind of chi inside and around the spine itself, but this can also go right around the body, and we're going to do the chi up, spiral it up, and then we're going to spiral it downwards. So we're going to start by focusing on the lower hips, and we're going to trace a circle with the belly button, pushing the belly button forward, to the left, back, to the right. And what I like to do is I like to imagine a chi ball inside the body rolling. Starts off it's like your hips are like a bowl, starting at the base, and it begins to roll. And you use this chi ball, smiling to the chi ball, see it getting brighter and more radiant as you give it your attention. And we begin, this is really good as well to just get rid of gas in the intestines. It's good for digestion. You'll see I'm already starting to burp as I do this. And we're going to spiral this chi ball, bring it up to the level of the navel. And if you want, you can even place your hands on the navel to help you focus there. And we're going to roll a chi ball inside the body. Give that chi ball a sense of weight. It's got weight, and as it rolls around, the weight of the chi ball pulls the body in the direction, spiraling. Try and isolate the navel so it moves in a horizontal circle. The rest of the body stays comparatively fixed. Obviously the rest of the body will move, but we want to really exaggerate the circle at the level of the navel. Just smiling to the chi ball. Now we're going to bring that chi ball up slowly to the level of the solar plex. If you want, place your fingers in the solar plex. And now we begin to trace a circle with the solar plex. This really helps to open up that area of the spine as well. And at the same time, we're rolling this chi ball inside the body. This also really just helps us to learn about the body, become more connected to the body and how to move it. If the movements feel a bit awkward in the beginning, that's okay. If you're not used to doing movements like this, it's always a learning process, like riding a bicycle. Just have fun, childlike fun. And don't put too much pressure on yourself to perform. That, funny enough, actually makes it more difficult for the chi to flow and relax. The more pressure we put on ourselves, the more the chi becomes stagnant and dams up. So the more we relax and the more childlike we are in our attitudes and in our exercises and our meditations, and the more fun we have, the quicker the chi begins to move. And I'll say that's particularly for people that are very goal-orientated or who are workaholics. We've got to laugh at ourselves sometimes and just let go of all the nonsense of chasing an elusive butterfly, and rather just come and play and be in the present. That's where we recharge. It's where we gather our chi, we build it up so that we can be more effective. Now we're going to bring the chi ball up to the level of the heart. Here we're going to start just moving the heart point in a horizontal circle. And we're going to imagine this chi ball moving in, around. So this is the chest traveling backwards, to the side, to the front, to the other side. Smiling at the chi ball, rolling it inside the body. Really lovely movement this. We keep the monkey mind entertained by giving it something to focus on. We give the monkey a banana. That way the mind doesn't rush off and rob you of being present. We're going to bring the chi ball up into the throat area. I generally, to help me with this, I imagine the neck is a lot bigger than what it is. And we're going to take the Adam's apple and we're going to move that in a horizontal circle as we allow this chi ball to roll inside the neck. Slowly working our way up the spine. So it's very similar to when you have a string and you have a ball in the center and you're swinging the ball in a circle, but you're holding the string at the bottom and the top. And so we're kind of simulating that movement with the body, and the ball is at different heights in the body. And as we smile to the chi ball, see the chi ball radiating and reflecting your smile out into the body, just clearing away any stagnant, dark, dirty chi. Basically what we call unuseful chi. Chi is neither good nor bad, but when it's either stagnant or in its wrong location, or if it's, at the wrong, it's the wrong type of chi, we have to transform it into a chi that's relevant to the body at that time. Now we're going to bring this chi ball into the head, keeping the body comparatively still. We're going to roll a chi ball starting at the base of the head. We're going to bring it up to the mid-eyebrow point. And as we smile to the chi ball, we're going to feel the chi radiating out into the brain, nourishing the cells, tissues, organs, and glands in the head. At the level of the ears, where the ears at the top run at the mid-eyebrow point, running all the way across in a circle, just gently roll a chi ball inside the head. And then slowly bring that chi ball onto the top of the head. Let it roll up through the crown. And as you sit still, imagine the chi ball spinning on your head and you're balancing it on your head. Maybe it's slightly sunken into the crown of the head to help activate the crown point. And it's spinning on an axis. Bring all your attention there. Imagine the chi like a gentle whirlwind, still spiraling inside the body. Now what we can do is on the in-breath, as the chi spirals up to the chi ball, and then it radiates outwards and sinks back down around the body. So as we breathe in, draw the chi up. This helps clear out the circular channels through the crown of the head, and then let the chi circle a big circle around the body. And then as you drop your hands, let it spiral like a gentle cocoon or a gentle whirlwind, descending from heaven down around the body. Then we come into the center of the body, breathing in, spiraling up through the body. Bring the hands out, breathing out, spiraling same direction but around on the outside of the body. Breathing in. Let your smile grow bigger, bigger, bigger. And as you're breathing out, let it spiral around the body, wrapping you in this velvet. It's like a duvet of chi. Feeling comfortable. Breathing in, let it rise up like a gentle whirlwind. Lightly pull up on the anus and pelvic floor muscles as you breathe in. Then as you breathe out, relax, spiraling it around the body. And one last one, breathing in, up. And out. Feel supported, feel protected, Now we're going to reverse the direction, and we're going to start on the top of the head, spiraling the chi ball in the opposite direction. And this chi ball is maybe the size of a tennis ball, if you like. And as you just begin to breathe, see it slowly beginning to rotate on its own axis, halfway in through the crown of the head, or balancing on top of the head. Give it feeling, give it a little bit of weight. Really imagine it with all your senses, not just visualization. As you breathe, connect your breathing to its movement, give it weight, give it feeling. Imagine how it would feel if there really was an energy ball with weight and substance resting on your head. Now slowly, as you're visualizing that, imagine it starting to sink down into the head. And then as it drops through the crown, let it begin to move and roll inside the head, except in the opposite direction. Rolling inside the head, allow the weight of this chi ball to pull the head around in a horizontal circle, just relaxing the neck and shoulder muscles at the same time, and allowing the gentle radiance from that chi ball to radiate and nourish all the brain cells and the blood and any tissues and glands inside the head. Smiling to the left, to the back, to the right, to the front, whatever direction you're moving in. Turn up your smile. Bring the chi ball now down into the neck. And then let the neck begin to follow the chi ball in a circle. The Adam's apple, side, back, other side, front. As you smile, imagine the chi ball as it circulates inside the body, just clearing away any stagnant, dirty or unuseful chi. Have fun. Play with the movements. And take note as well which was easier for you. Some people find drawing the chi upwards in a spiral is easier than bringing it down, and other people find it the reverse to be true. Generally, that feeling, intuitive feeling, lets you know how your chi is moving for you. It does differ from person to person. Allow the chi ball now to slowly begin to drop down into the chest and begin to roll the chi ball inside the chest, in the lungs. Just bringing smiling, happy, nourishing chi to the lungs, to the heart, to the shoulder blades, to the sternum. And just rolling that chi ball. Bringing it down towards the solar plexus now. Little by little we let it descend into the body until we're by the solar plexus. Rolling it down past the spleen, to the back, then to the liver. Orbiting, almost like how the moon orbits the earth, or how the earth orbits the sun. We allow this chi ball to circulate inside the body, nourishing all the organs and tissues and muscles and bones and blood and fascia. Fascia is your connective tissues. Just around in the region of the diaphragm. We're going to slowly bring it down towards the navel. Circulating the chi ball around the navel following a horizontal path. The center or the heart of the lower dantian is like the earth, and the chi ball like the moon circulating the earth, or like the sun circulating the earth. And then slowly allow the chi ball to begin to, in the bowl of the hips, slowly work its way down until eventually it's just spinning on its own axis, right at the center of the pelvic floor, between the anus and the pelvic bone. And let the chi ball spin fast, and then slowly slow down. Just imagine or visualize or see if you can feel how the chi, the energy, the meridians, the energy meridians have opened up. And now we're going to gather the chi and we're going to spiral the chi down through the body in the same direction. And when we raise our hands up, we're going to imagine the chi spiraling around the body. So we're going to draw the chi up in a circle, gentle whirlwind rising up. And chi spiraling down through the body like a gentle whirlwind. Breathing in, feel the chi circulating the whole body. And down as you breathe out. As you breathe in, lightly pull up on the pelvic floor muscles, just contracting at about 5 or 10%, not more than 20%. Bringing the chi around. Breathing in. Right, the next exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to begin to sway from side to side like a tree in the wind. And we're going to imagine the chi very gently rising up through the spine again. And the movements, we're going to do it gentle. We're going to raise the hands like a branch. And we're going to do like a back fist to the right or the left. And then we're going to change our hands and we're going to bring this hand, we're going to lightly brush the inside of the elbow. And we're going to move to the other side. The breathing is completely natural. Let your breathing find its own rhythm. But what we're going to do is we're going to create a snaking effect from side to side, and then we're going to twist the body forwards and backwards almost diagonally. So the movement's going to look like this. And we're going to follow the chi up the spine. It's almost like when you turn the hose pipe on and you watch as the water pushes through the hose pipe on the ground and the hose pipe swishes from one side to the other, except we're going to do this while we're sitting upwards, vertically. And we're going to begin to play with this movement, and we can lean forward. You can even bend the spine a little bit. We can lean backwards slightly. We can also look to the right or the left as we do this movement. And we're going to just play. All the awareness is in the spine, drawing the chi. I like to almost imagine as my hand comes up that I'm pulling the chi through the spine and out. Looking in the opposite direction to where the body is going. Loosening up the vertebra, loosening up the spine. And then slowly coming to a standstill. We're going to do one last exercise. We're going to bring our hands into prayer pose in front of the chest. This is sometimes referred to as swimming dragon. I like to sometimes visualize that I am a samurai with a sword. And we're going to start, what we're going to do is we're going to begin to work from the shoulders. We really want to focus on the spine here and rotating the shoulders back. And the hips and the shoulders go in different directions. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this movement, we're going to breathe, we're going to bring the hands, and we're going to just start off by, and you look in the opposite direction to where you're pulling the elbows and the shoulders. And then we're going to start creating a figure of 8, almost like we've got a sword in our hands. And we're tracing a figure of 8 around the ear, down to the shoulder, around the ear, down to the shoulder. Looking in the opposite direction. This really flexes the spine, and it's such a beautiful movement. We're looking for the good feeling in the movement. A gentle stretch. You know when you stretch, when you wake up in the morning and you just hit the nail on the head, and that stretch just feels so satisfying. That's kind of what you're visualizing and you're looking for in this movement. We create a figure of 8. Now we're going to bring that sword a little bit lower to chest level, but still down to the shoulder height. And then we're going to raise it up to the level of the ears, and then just slightly higher. Working our way down. And then slowly coming back to the heart point, just gently. And then the second part of this exercise, just take a moment to breathe, feel good in the body. Now we're going to lead with the fingertips. Similar thing, fingers will come out, down, figure of 8, up, looking in the opposite direction. When the hands are to the left, you're looking right. And when the hands are to the right, you're looking left. And we're going to create this figure 8 movement, looking in the opposite direction. Breathing naturally. We're going to slowly bring that figure of 8 higher to about the crown, the height of the crown of the head. And you can bring it behind you as well. Snaking the body, snaking the spine while you do this movement. We're going to bring the hands to the level of the ears, into the level of the shoulders. You can even lean forward slightly as you do this movement. Working our way up. Bringing the hands slowly back to the heart point. Rolling the shoulders around. And then slowly coming back. As you breathe out, drop your hands to the knees. And we're going to just end off this class with a lovely closing movement as we breathe in. We're going to draw the hands up into prayer pose between the eyebrows, just giving gratitude for the practice, for each other, for life. As you breathe out, draw the hands down to the heart. Take a few breaths, 3 or 4 breaths into the heart points, drawing the chi from the head down into the chest. Raising the hands in front of the mouth, we're going to blow between the hands. Separating the hands, left or right, doesn't make a difference. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, feel the chi flowing down through the body, coming to rest over the navel. And then just to wake up the body, we're just going to bounce. Just for a couple of seconds, 20 seconds to 30 seconds. You can turn sideways while you bounce. Let the shoulders lift and drop. And take a rest. And guys, hope you enjoy that and have a lovely time. Hope you guys are using your time productively over COVID quarantine time, and may you be blessed for the rest of your days. Okay, bye-bye.